So yeah, I got a charge. And guess what? And I got a public defender. But everybody else got lawyers. Y'all make that shit make sense, man. I got a public defender that's finna bat my ass out the ballpark.
8 Ball. If you get scammed by Nigerian fraudsters, does that usually result in you being prosecuted and put under the eyes of the law? Hell no, I ain't think so. That's what the 8 Ball said. And here we go. And straight like that, we back, man. What's going on, everybody? Y'all good out there in TV land, TV world? You dig what I'm saying? Hope everybody doing swell, man. Everybody doing well. You dig what I'm saying? As for me, myself, and I cannot complain. You dig what I'm talking about? Pick up what I'm putting down. We back in the building again, man. You like what I'm doing, like, subscribe to the content, man. Get me in the algorithm. I'll be recording. As I always like to say, you dig me and what I'm saying? All right, so now I'm back on my scrolling through Instagram. You know, Instagram has some enlightening material, if you will. You dig what I'm saying? I've never ceased to be amazed as I scroll through that particular app and others out here in the world. It's just a lot of wild happenings in the world. And instead of trying to make a show for every particular one of them, you dig what I'm saying? Maybe I'll bust this down. You dig what I'm saying? Bust down the rollie on this thing, right? And make it into a couple, but nonetheless, we're going to scroll through a couple topics, man. You dig what I'm saying? Now, first on the agenda, as I look here, man, we got a young man here out of Memphis, Tennessee, that seems to always be in the news for the wrong reason. Just here recently, you know, he got violated, almost got violated on his probation. You know, he had some happenings with one young sprout rapper, King. You know, him and King had some beef. I don't know how you beef with a 12-year-old or whatever, but he was doing it. It was crazy. He was a mentor, and then it all went awry. You dig what I'm saying? We've seen Mr. Finesse 2tymes out here in various articles of clothing that were rather hilarious. You dig what I'm saying? The post that I see right here before the one I'm going to go into, it says, Finesse 2tymes sister and cousin said his old lady has herpes. Now, that is just such a slanderous accusation to put upon one's name out here in these euphoria streets. You dig what I'm saying? But they did it. I'm not even going to entertain that because that sounds like that's just above me. We're not even going to entertain that. But that's just, again, another example of this man's name being put out into things that it's just untoward. You dig what I'm saying? They say Charlotte don't be paying bills. They say Sugar down bad out here. Sugar got big booty, and they set you down bad. Big booty down bad. That's what they say about Sugar, man. I ain't saying it's true. I understand what folks say. But this story right here, what I do want to click into is wild now. From what I understand, Finesse 2tymes is not much of a family man. You dig what I'm saying? And so that may have something to do with it. But I look at this story. The story says Finesse 2tymes, this mom launches a GoFundMe amid eviction notice. I'm not ashamed to say I need help. GoFundMe says support Pluria. That's her name, Pluria. Pluria. God damn, that's the first on me. I ain't gonna hold you. It's eerie how much they look alike. Not to be more careful. That's why, okay, maybe that's why the allegations be out there, but you feel, okay, let me move along, man. We put no slanderization on nobody's name, man. Support Pluria's fight for a fresh start. She's seeking. Is that $6,000 goal? She's raised $90. What do we have next? The write-up I present to you. My name is Pluria, and I'm reaching out for help as I face eviction and the urgent need to find a new place to live until recently. My son was helping me pay my bills, but after a falling out, I've been left to manage everything on my own. Before I moved to Texas, I lived in Memphis, working, had my own car, own place. I don't know anybody here to help me. This is the third time my son's actions have left me homeless, and each time it becomes harder to recover. My landlord has given me just a few days to pay, and I expect an eviction filing this week. I am doing everything I can to stay close to my family and maintain my health, but the stress is overwhelming. I struggle with anxiety and depression, and the emotional toll of narcissistic abuse from my son has made things even harder. Whoa. Let's pause and recap this first paragraph, because I've got some issues. I ain't gonna hold it. My name is Pluri. I'm reaching out to help face the victim's error and needing a place to live. Until recently, my son was helping me out pay my bills, but after falling out, I've been left to manage everything on my own. Pause. This brings up an interesting turning point, because I'm already understanding what she getting at, and my feelings on the subject. Now, I tell my own seed what I brought into this world. Baby girl, you did not pick me, and your mother. You did not pick us out of a hat and choose us. The stork did not drop you off on our doorstep. Huh? We created you. We brought you into this world knowing full well what it takes to be a human being in this world. Therefore, baby girl, what I put into you and what you produce out into the world is not owed to me in the slightest. Now, if you raise a child the right way, and the things that they go for and they do, and they get prosperous in life, and they come back and put it on you and do some things for you, great. But at the same time, you've also lived your life, and you should have lived your life in a way to where you have the fruits of your own labor. Everything they give you would be bonus. Now, maybe you lived a life to where you only made in the thousands. You get a child to go on to be a millionaire, things they can afford that you can't. But at the same time, too much in the culture, bro. Too much in the hood. People live vicariously through their kids. You dig what I'm saying? They didn't make great decisions and go on to keep making fucked up decisions, but they look forward to their kids to just bring them out the hood and shine them up. Everything they get, man, your kids don't owe you nothing, bro. So I don't even like the way that started out, because to say after a falling out, one falling out, but we don't heard Finesse and his family in the news of plenty. You dig what I'm saying? This seems to be a thing. Now, I don't know how much bread Finesse got. You dig what I'm saying? I would imagine he got 6 bands. He ain't got 6 bands, but we're going to get off into the whole thing. You've been left to manage everything on your own. So again, not that if the son she talking about is Finesse, if he was helping out, you know what I'm saying? How were you one check away? I know a lot of Americans live one check away from going down through there, but not a lot of parents out here have rap star uh, sons or daughters. You dig what I'm saying? So I can't really give her that same excuse. So I'm like, why were you, one payment away from being done data with all what's going on around you? Now, if it was a situation where he never dealt with or never threw no bread, then okay. But I don't get that to be the thing. They had a falling out and he stopped paying it per month. So she was just sitting around every month, just living what, house to hog? Like, boy, it's an epidemic out here when it comes to females and they priorities and what they set for, how they go about cascading through life, bro. It is weird as hell. Like, you should have got that nigga a rap snack or something. You dig what I'm saying? I don't know the dynamics of it. Maybe I click into it. But for the purposes of this show, we just kind of going through some topics. So that's what strikes me out of that first part of that paragraph. All right. Before I moved, I lived in Memphis, working hard, had my own place. Did you only move to Memphis when he blew up? If you was working hard and was doing good, why ain't you transfer that to Memphis? Where seemingly you would have a much better track. Your son is Finesse 2tymes. Use the face card. Throw your weight around. I don't know anybody here to help. This is the third time my son's actions have left me homeless. And each time it becomes harder to recover. My landlord giving me, did he kick her out or something? Like, I'm not understanding. My landlord is giving me just a few days to pay. Your landlord, legally, the process give you shit 60, 90 days. You dig what I'm saying? Before you have to get evicted and go to the judge. And if you're in the house, from what I understand, you know what I'm saying, you can stretch that process out. I'm doing everything I can to stay close to my family, maintain my health. Stress is overwhelming. I struggle with anxiety and depression. Emotional, narcissistic emotional abuse. So, you know, that was kind of some buzzwords, some hit terminology. You know what I'm saying? Everybody narcissistic around her. They don't be wanting to hear the bullshit to help you out through the bullshit to keep giving you handouts. Now they narcissistic. We know that whole line of reason. I don't know if she's been diagnosed with any type of mental deficiencies. You dig what I'm saying? But I know we do hear this, and you know, bro, like I heard this from somebody recently, and it's like I don't know if it was real, but you know what I'm saying. Is it not weird that in an attempt, I guess, to run cover for yourself or gain sympathy, it's weird as hell how many people be willing to call themselves crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, when has it been cool to be crazy? I guess when uh Juice World and them and the depressed emo music came out, maybe it's cool to be a weirdo. You know, it's not, but apparently in some sects and some ways of thinking it is. But it'd be wild as hell how many people willing to be like, yeah, you know, I'm the, and I'm depressed. I'm manic, and it's like, bro, like you don't. Yeah, it used to be sort of taboo. You didn't want to tell people, not random people. You tell professionals that can help you. You tell the doctor that can prescribe you and things like that. But I just don't remember the time where people just willy nilly out here like, I'm fucked up, don't you? I was like, what? That red flag turn down, turn off. Number one, what are we doing out here? So boom, that's how she ends that one. Okay? Let's move on to part two. Oh my God. Last year, I was scammed by Nigerian fraudsters. Nasty sentence. Completely diabolically, disgustingly insidious way to start a statement. I ain't gonna hold you. Which led to a money. What are we? What am I read? I ain't even read the second part until just now. What am I read? Last year, I was scammed. Let me just get through it, bro. I'll come back to it. Last year, I was scammed by Nigerian fraudsters, which led to a money laundering charge. Yeah. Now, I am currently in court and facing the possibility of 6 years in prison. This charge has made it nearly impossible to secure housing, as I've already been denied by 3 different apartments. Despite these setbacks, I'm determined to find stable housing so I can rebuild and stay connected to my support system. The funds I raise will go directly toward moving costs, transportation, and deposits for a new place. Well, I don't know, unless Shade Room and Harley folk was just immediately on the spot. I don't know. I don't know if people taking it serious. Because as you seen, it was $90 in the coffers as of now. Stone's throw. Not even. It was like a meteor's throw from 6 banks. Now, last year I was scammed by Nigerian fraudsters. That's completely legit. I believe that. That's their thing. That's what they do. Which led to a money laundering charge. Hold on. 8 ball. If you get scammed by Nigerian fraudsters, does that usually result in you being prosecuted and put under the eyes of the law? Hell no, I ain't think so. That what the 8 ball said. What that happened at? What they do that at? Was you a part? Or are you who we talking about? Uh Finesse ain't Jamaican. Finesse ain't Nigerian. I'm finna say, is you the Nigerian scammer, Miss Plurry? That was your boyfriend or something, man. What she was doing was scamming somebody. That what it sound like to me now. I don't want to get sued because she's probably trying to get some bread out some folks. But I ain't much heard of nobody that got scammed, get hit with a money laundering charge. That ain't how that works.
I found me a job taking packages back and forth to the post office every day. Just so happened this one time when I got paid, they dropped $500,000 in my account. Since y'all want to know about this charge, I'm giving y'all some juice tonight. I'll keep talking about that $500,000. The feds got it. The feds got it. They locked all that down. So I don't have $500,000. I'm not no scammer. I don't scam. Them days over with. I done had my days of playing paper and doing all this and doing. I done did that. I got 13 grandkids and can barely see them.
Something about that statement is cap, attack, USA. I'm just gonna hold you right there and we're gonna be on that point. Now, she currently in court and facing the possibility of 6 years in prison. That definitely doesn't happen to a person that gets scammed.
Because they so throwed off by my sons. I'm not asking y'all for, I don't want to over ask for nothing. I ask for help to get me the fuck away from these people. Away from up under this umbrella where I got to dummy myself down and not be me. To try to keep a person copacetic with me so they won't unhouse me. That $500K got me a felony. A felony. All because I'm trying to work and buy a couch to go in my motherfucking living room. And I got scammed. They got me. They got me. I didn't take nothing from nobody. They got me. Them folks sent their money to my account. And I damn sure wasn't finna tell them I got it. Sure wasn't. So yeah, I got a charge. And guess what? And I got a public defender. But everybody else got lawyers. Y'all make that shit make sense, man. I got a public defender that's finna bat my ass out the ballpark. Ain't nobody else got no motherfucking public defender.
So again, I think I'm on the right little, you feel, on the right little beaten path about thinking and sniffing out what's going on in this situation. All right. This charge has made it nearly impossible to secure housing, as it will, and then probably as it should, as I've already been denied by 3 different apartments, despite these setbacks. Her name bad in the hood, bro. Yeah, shouted. Again, I have not dug into the lore of Finesse 2tymes and his family situation, but regular niggas out here hold mom deuce down. So a person that I would imagine ran at least crossed him $1 million. Now his shout crossed $1 million, man. Crossed $1 million. That brother, he won a couple of awards. I seen on Facebook the other day, Alabama Music Board. And I know bro from way back or whatever. So this was never the crossing. I gave him a shout out. But yeah, I would imagine Finesse crossed $1 million, man. And so, to not be in the good graces and to be to the point to where this is like the 3rd time, this is an ongoing saga. Bro don't seem to be wrong to kick in. Smell some smoke. And you know that at some point there was some fire. You know what I mean? At that location. That's all I'm saying. And so, you know, and if I'm reading through this, man, it doesn't seem like a lot of smart money management was being produced by Miss Plury again. I don't know the ins and outs, but I do know a couple red flags that I'm reading in that apartments. Like, what is Mom Dukes even talking about an apartment at this age and being who she's around? And again, man, you know, it's got to be something to the fact that, you know what I'm saying, if bro let Mom flail out there like that, you know what I'm saying, there's got to be a reason that they ain't on it. But you see that the way they talking about the sister and them talking about the gal and all that, so that's the shit. So that's a he ain't with it, but that's what Mom Dukes got going on. Not ashamed to say I need help, tired of hiding the fact that I've been mistreated, lied on, lied to for the last 3 years. Ain't no, did somebody say they finna pay the rent and didn't pay it? What mistreated me? They only gave you 8 mans when you wanted 80. I'm just trying to figure out how any of this message got to do with you paying bills. Finesse? Oh, that ain't Finesse. That was my bad. That's plural. Mama 2tymes. Oh, now her name Mama 2tymes. Yeah, if you can call yourself Mama 2tymes, man, you and Finesse is y'all good money. The something done went wrong. You know, for the church money. You did what I'm saying? She done stole from the church or something, man. That's the only time somebody get wrong with you like that. You done stole money from the church. It's over with. They'll let that stuff just go on and just feel, let it be what it gonna be. But that's where we at. We're gonna see what happened with that story as we continue to go down the road. And here we go.
I don't know what kind of vibe you think you got off me, but I don't play that way.